Jeff, I just wanted to very quickly give you a reminder this morning. We are continuing our Bible study this morning at 11 o'clock right here on Facebook as well as on YouTube. And we're just going to have a great time this morning. So I just want to invite everyone, 11 o'clock today, right here on Facebook, right here on YouTube, as we continue the study entitled The Bait of Satan, Living Free from the Deadly Trap of Offense. Today we are on part 2 of session 4, which is entitled Divine Destiny. And we're going to be looking at the life of Joseph. Because, boy, if there's anybody who would seem to have a right to harbor offense, Joseph did. Betrayed by his own brothers. His brothers planned to kill him at first, and because they were such nice guys, they decided to sell him into slavery rather than killing him, because they wanted to make a little bit of a profit. Also, then he gets into the first house where he is a slave and everything's going well, but then he gets falsely accused of sexual assault, gets thrown into prison, and then while he's in prison, even though he helps people while he's in prison, he gets forgotten for 2 solid years while he's in prison. And so he goes through all of these horrible situations where people have legitimately wronged him. People have treated him horribly. And so we can understand that everything that Joseph went through, that it would be the tendency for him to harbor offense, for him to get bitter and resentful, but he didn't. And because he didn't, he was positioned by God to fulfill a particular divine destiny that God wanted to fulfill through his life. And it was all because Joseph chose to handle his offense in a way that pleased God, in a way that promoted God's purposes rather than his own selfish ambitions. And as a result, God promoted him. And so there is a secret, there is a reality that we see in Joseph's life that applies to us right where we're living today. That just as Joseph handled the offenses that he felt, he handled them correctly before God with a teachable, humble heart, with the reality of trusting God through all of the circumstances that he went through. Because he did that, he fulfilled his divine destiny. And the same reality is true for us today. So I want to invite you to join me at 11 o'clock today. I believe what God wants to teach us, it has absolute life-changing potential. And so I want to invite you to join us today, because how we get a hold of the particular divine destiny that God has for our lives, how we get a hold of that is by handling offense correctly, by making sure we are refusing to harbor offense. Because when we choose to handle offense the way Joseph did, we also will be positioned to fulfill the divine destiny that God has for us, the particular divine destiny that applies to each of our lives. So therefore, I want to invite you to join us today at 11 o'clock. You say, well, Pastor, how do I get online? Well, all you need to do is go to lifechurch@titusville.com or at values.church. Go to either one of those website addresses. And when you see the homepage of our website, scroll down just a little bit on that homepage, and you will see this announcement right on the homepage of the website. And you see the word "here." If you click the word "here" in that statement where it says to download the study guide for this session, click here. If you will click the word "here," you will download the PDF of the study guide that applies to today. And so again, today is part 2 of session 4 entitled Divine Destiny. Let's learn from the life of Joseph, and let's learn how to live free from the deadly trap of offense, and let's learn how to join God in the fulfillment of the particular personal divine destiny that he has for each of our lives. So I want to invite you to join me at 11 o'clock right here, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and also on our Facebook page. I hope to see you here at 11. See you then.